outset, I would like to give my special thanks, my gratitude to the Honorable Chief Minister for sparing his valuable time to come here to inaugurate the civil subdivision of Patharkhmah civil subdivision.
I would like to thank God Almighty, who has not only blessed us with this beautiful day, but He has blessed us with the civil subdivision, which I'm sure will be a very important step forward to change the lives of the people living in this region. I also would like to thank your local MLA. Basotun has been someone who has been very, very determined and passionate to ensure that this civil subdivision comes through. And the people of this region and of the constituency of Jirang must appreciate the hard work that he has done to be able to make this administrative unit into a full-fledged civil subdivision. So on behalf of everybody present out here, I would like to thank your local MLA, and I would request all of us that let's give a round of applause to your local MLA for the work that he has done. I also would like to thank your MDC, who has been instrumental in all the work that has happened in the constituency. Thank you, Barani, for all the hard work and commitment that you have shown towards the people of your constituency. I also would like to thank the different members of the society who have met me multiple times to ensure that this civil subdivision went through. It is very easy for people to see and be part of this wonderful program, but sometimes we don't realize the hard work that is put in by the leaders and society, the time spent, the money spent to travel up and down from here to Shillong, meet the leaders. It is not easy. But I'm sure that every single person who has contributed in whatever way possible to make this program and to make this civil subdivision possible today, I'm sure that there must be a sense of satisfaction in your heart to see that all the hard work that you put in is finally bearing fruit, and you're finally seeing the civil subdivision inaugurated today. As a government, it has been our endeavor to ensure that we take administration closer to the people. I'm sure all of you will remember those times where you would have to travel for hours, and that time the roads were not as good as it is today. Go all the way to Nongpo or different offices all over the state in order to be able to get the certificates and different services that you require. How difficult it was. And that's the reason why this government has decided that we will take the governance closer to the people. That we will ensure that we make it easier for the people to live their lives. Easier for them to get all kinds of different government services that they require. Whether it is by creating new blocks, whether it is by creating new civil subdivisions, whether it is by creating laws to ensure that services are given on time. All these reforms that we have done in the administration will bring administration closer to the people and will make life much easier for them. And we will continue to reform. We have started an exercise where we have started to look into the overall functioning of the blocks and civil subdivisions and different departments that function under these different administrative systems. And look into aspects of how we could use the current setups and infrastructures that are there, improve the overall functioning, add more manpower if necessary, to be able to provide the services even at the most basic levels. Like, for example, opening up a direct customer-centric service system even at the block levels, where the processing of these certificates or any kind of application may be done at district level, may be done at the subdivision level, but the public may not have to travel to subdivisions and to the district level to avail those services. They will be able to avail the services even at their block level. This will require some time, but we have started examining different ways and means in which we are able to provide services, government services to the people in a much, much easier manner. To give you an example to you, among all the services that the government gives, we had assessed almost close to 4.5 lakh applications came in only for caste certificates. And we realized that these certificates need to be given to people living in rural areas also. So obviously people had to travel all the way to the civil subdivision or to the DC offices. So if we can find ways where the top 3-4 services that are there can be then made it easier for people even at the village level and block level to access, it would really change things. So all these exercises are going on. I don't think it's the platform for me to discuss in detail about those reforms, but I think it's important that people should know that we are in the process of doing that. I'm very happy to see that our efforts to reach out to the remotest corners of the state, to be able to make a difference in the lives of the people who have been neglected for a very long time, is finally bearing fruits. I remember clearly when I had come to the Jirang block. I remember the condition of the roads. I remember the demands of the people. I remember how economically the people were living in a very difficult condition out here for multiple reasons. I'm not saying we have been able to change everything. It can't. It takes time. It takes a lot of work. But I can confidently say that we have made a start. I can confidently say that from the day I came that day to Jirang block till today, when I look back in this last 3 years, there may be a small bit of satisfaction in my heart and in my mind to see that the decisions we took, the visit I made, the schemes we sanctioned, that visit I made to Jirang block in that particular day has not gone to waste. The opportunity that the Almighty has given us to serve you, to make things better for you, to change the lives of our people, I'm happy to see that it's not going in vain. This road construction has been something that has been there for a very long time, to the extent that the people had lost faith that it can actually happen. And that's the reason why when the foundation stone was laid, when I'd come, the same place I had landed, we had a big program and we had laid the foundation stone. People said that it won't be done. I don't blame them, because they have not seen it happen, so they didn't believe that it will happen. But today, they believe it. And I tell everybody, wherever I go, that if there is one thing that I am satisfied to some extent, to see the work in the last 4 years, that one satisfaction in my heart, and the biggest one I should say, is that we have been able to make people believe that things can change. We have been able to give that hope to the people that things can happen. People have been suffering for so long that they lost faith in the system. They lost faith in governance. They lost hope with all governments, that they thought that things will never change. But today people are starting to believe that we can maybe actually resolve the border issue. People have started to believe that yes, maybe the roads can be built. People have started to believe that yes, maybe administration can come closer to us. Maybe our lives will change. And that is what we are trying to do. And I assure you that as we move forward together, we will achieve greater heights. Meghalaya will lead the way. Meghalaya will show the way, not just to our region, not just to Northeast, but even to this nation. I would like to see that one day people will look up to our state and say that Meghalaya has done it, we can also. And that would be really a day that we all would be very proud of. Apart from the civil subdivision, we are having a very big program for Focus and Focus Plus. It's one of the largest and the biggest programs for farmers and producer groups that the state has ever seen. Once all the groups are registered, once all the beneficiaries are registered, Meghalaya government will be transferring 450 crores to different producer groups. 4.5 lakh families will get 5,000 in their group account and 5,000 in their personal account. Every year, 10,000 rupees will be transferred to all our most economically weak section of society. And can you imagine that if this 450 crores is transferred every year, for the next 10 years, there will be an infusion of 4,500 crores in the rural economy. And can you imagine that once these farmers and these producer groups start to rotate this money in the system, start utilizing it in the right way, withdrawing the money, using it, putting it back into their account, withdrawing it, putting it back into their account, and increasing the savings by even 10% every year, we will see close to about 7,000-8,000 crores of multiplication into a much higher amount from what we have given. That is a real game changer and a revolution, I should say, which can happen. But it requires consistency. It requires commitment. It requires hard work. It requires patience. And it requires us to work together. All of us have to do our parts. Government will do what government must do. Officers, departments will do what they have to do. And the people also must do what they are supposed to do. It is only when we work together and move forward together, as I mentioned, that we will achieve great heights. There are many other programs that we have today. Apart from the focus, we have the Progress program. We'll be distributing piglets. We have programs for Yes Meghalaya, where we are supporting our youth, and many other programs that we'll be having. Because of shortage of time, I will not be able to explain all the programs that this government is doing, but I'm sure that the team will be sharing all those aspects with you. But at this point in time, I once again would like to congratulate all of you for getting a new civil subdivision. And once again, I would like to thank the members of the Development and the Demand Committee and your Honorable MLA and the Honorable MDC for having tirelessly worked to make this day happen. I jokingly tell everybody about how there is always one visitor in my office who is there every day. Even if others don't come, this person always is there. And that person is none other than your MLA. He will make it a point to come in and bring a long list of demands for Jirang constituency. And his patience is something that I admire. Because he will sit through in my office in front of me and almost act as if he is not even there, while I meet all the other people and officers and MLAs. Even after 2 hours, he will still be sitting there. And he'll wait for his turn to bring out his long list. And he does it very nicely. I'll show it to you how he does it. He'll go like this. So he'll bring out his long list of demand. And all the demands are out there about Jirang constituency. And he does it every day. And that's the reason why it's difficult for me to say no when he does that. Because I see the commitment that he has for his people. And I must say that the people of Jirang constituency are very fortunate and very lucky to have somebody who has that kind of passion and compassion for his people, to see that his constituency changes. As Makbalin was mentioning, without being biased or being prejudiced or judging anybody in the past, but many leaders have gone, many MLAs have come and gone. And different situations came where a lot of things could be done. But for whatever reason, it couldn't happen. But in this last 5 years, we have seen huge changes in this area. I'm not saying that it's enough. I'm sure a lot more needs to be done. We are not satisfied with what we have done. We see that there is much more hard work that needs to be done and much more development that needs to come. But as I said, one thing I can say is that we have started. We have made a start. And we will take things forward. We will ensure that not just Jirang, but the entire state of Meghalaya becomes a model state for the rest of the country to see and appreciate. So with these few words, and once again thanking all of you for coming to this program, I once again congratulate each and every one of you, and I dedicate this new civil subdivision to the people of Patharkhmah. To our new civil SDO, I would just like to say that you are getting a great opportunity to make a difference in the lives of the people. Have the right mindset. Have the right heart. Be kind to the people when they come to your office. and believe that you are here to serve them, not here for your duty as a SDO. If this mindset is there in your mind, and if you have the heart to be kind to the people, a lot of things can happen in this civil subdivision which will transform the lives of the thousands of people who are here under you as the civil SDO. And I'm sure that you will ensure that proper service is given to the people of this area. Once again, I thank all of you. I congratulate the people of Patharkhmah area. I congratulate our local MLA, and I congratulate each and every one of you, and thank all of you for coming here on this inaugural program of the Patharkhmah Civil Subdivision. May God bless each and every one of us, and may God bless our beautiful state of Meghalaya. Kublai Shubun, Matela, and Jai Hind.
Always we have to be grateful for the Honorable Chief Minister, who is like a father figure for the constituency of Jirang. 12 times he has visited to Jirang constituency, and whenever he comes, he is not coming empty-handed. He is coming with a full package of development for the people of Jirang constituency. Thank you so much, sir, for your kindness, for your hard work, dedication for the people of the state, especially for the people of my constituency. Kublai Shubun Ipi Baro, Metala, Dhanyabad, Nimra Song. Kublai Shubun.